again in the wood yard. There's a pile of wood behind me. It needs to be smaller. What do you say we do some splitting? There we go. What we have here is a pile of beautiful red oak, and there's some white oak in there, that has been split. I've been working on the stuff that Adam and I ran through the processor doing resplits, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff I cut up the other day that I started splitting on, and the bin is getting full, but we got room for more. We can fit in, I don't know, a bunch more. We're gonna keep going until it's over full. The other day I did some splitting over here, but then we had a big storm come. Almost got hit by lightning again, and still haven't been hit, but I'm faster than lightning, I guess. So what we've got is I split, the pile started about here and I've been working into it. And so we've got this pile right here that's gotta be split. That just needs to get picked up, put into the bucket and then dumped. There's a few pieces over there too. And then that pile over there is gonna be cut up because it's all small stuff that is so small and snaky and crooked to run through the processor would just make a mess of it. So it's small size stuff, as you can see here. You know, hand size pieces for the most part. And 95% of it bone dry. So it's ready to be sold right now. I'm just putting it right into the bin. And then when I get this all split, we're gonna cut on that pile like I mentioned. And then that stuff will be dry too, so I'm gonna have to build another bin because I won't have room to fit all this in, because there's probably a couple, maybe a little cord and a half here, and this pile here is probably 3 cords if I was to guess. And I'm gonna have to find a place to put it. I've got a bin that's opening up space-wise. I think I'll probably put it in there. And then after that, then we're gonna attack this bigger stuff here, because this is all stuff for the processor, you can see size-wise. And I've had guys asking me, what's up with the processor? How come you don't use it? Well, I got a lot of other stuff to do. It's not like I just run the processor every day. If I run the processor for 2 days, the work that it creates for resplits and putting into bins and organizing, it can make a week's worth of work go in just a day. We can produce a semi-load. Like all this, if we wanted to, we could process this in 1 day. So it's not like I've got to process wood every day. I don't produce that much wood that I need to run it every day. And guys are like, oh, they're worried that, you know, oh, Andrew is probably going to be upset that he's not running the processor. Well, I run it as much as I can when I have time, and I'm going to be running it more. I mean, we've got all this oak to do. We've got all that ash over there to do, and there's a pile of stuff over there we're going to be running through it. I've kind of been waiting, is that, I don't know, like a month or so ago, maybe it was almost 2 months ago now, I talked to Andrew, and he said, hey, would you be interested in a 16-way wedge, the new one, the new style? And I said, well, heck yeah. So he sent one, and we put it on the other day. Bert put it on with Adam, and they found out that, obviously, you can see here, we ran just one piece of wood. It makes really nice sized pieces. This is the middle section right here. So a couple of these were just a little offline as far as centering. But the problem is these wings are made for their new chute on the new machines. They redesigned it since this one was built. And you can see that little scratch there? It rubs down the edge. So we're gonna grind off a little on each of the wings here. And if you look right here, we're not sure if this is gonna hit, but it hangs over about 1 inch right here to where this post is here. So we might have to take a little bit off of the wings before we can really run it and get it down low enough. So it's on our list to do, and we're thinking we're gonna be running it probably next week someday. We think we're gonna get it ready to go and then start running wood, which is why I wanna get all this stuff taken care of first. I wanna get all the stuff off the ground. I shouldn't say all of it, because I've got this, and I got another pile over here that you guys probably don't know about or forgot about or I haven't mentioned. We had a whole bunch of odd stuff that was cut up. It's gonna be mixed hardwood. So in here, there's a bunch of ash, there's box elder, there's elm, just a mix of stuff. There's some cedar right there. All kinds of stuff. It was all the odd, snaky, crappy wood that I bought. And so we just all got hand cut. So this all needs to be split and get in the bins and off the ground because it's been sitting here. You can see the grass growing. This stuff's been here for like 2 months now. So it's got to get done. So there's a lot of stuff to do here. Plus, a lot of you don't realize, you know, I try to do a video every day, but there's a lot of days like today. I've already shot 2 videos. This is my 3rd one today. Yes, I do that a lot of days because yesterday I didn't work here at all. Day before I worked here in the morning and then it rained all afternoon. And then tomorrow I won't be able to be here, and the next day I won't be able to be here because I have work in my regular business all day long. Like I got some 10, 12-hour days coming up. So I try to shoot at least 1 video if I can every day. And if I can't, there's a lot of days that I don't, and then the next day I try to do 2 or 3 videos. So I try to have a video every day, and there will be a day when I won't be able to keep up anymore, which is fast approaching. Somewhere around 1,500 videos, there's a good chance I might go every other day. because I've got so much stuff going on with my other businesses. You know, besides doing the YouTube channel, which is a whole business in itself, I have a full-time photography studio that I work in and run, and I should say my wife runs it, I work for her. But I have to be there to take care of all that stuff, and that's whether it's shooting, processing images on a computer, doing all the stuff I do there with, you know, the editing process. I do all my own framing, delivering photographs to people. I do a lot of team photographs. We're going to be doing that all next week. So I'll be photographing baseball teams. So I'm gone a lot from here. You guys think I just live here, but I don't. There's a lot of times I do a video and it'll take me an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'll edit it down to 15 minutes and I'm gone. That's at the end of the day or beginning of a day, and then I go do my other jobs. And then I've got firewood to deliver and sell, which is a whole nother part of the business and process. So I don't sit around much. So, okay, enough talking, whining, blabbering. Let's get to splitting. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all this stuff that was already split. And this is the stuff I split probably like a month ago with the Fiskar splitting maul and the X27 splitting axe. I had a nice neat pyramid style good to dry pile, and it got pushed out of the way because we had to move some other stuff around. So I'm going to get it picked up, put it in the bucket. We're going to go dump it in the big bin right now because it's on the ground and it's been getting rained on. And what I don't like, I'll show you if I can find one here. Firewood. Trying to find one that's been on the ground and how the mud starts to stick to it. This has got a little bit on. This has probably got more. Yeah, there's a little bit here. It's not terrible, but red oak specifically absorbs moisture. And you can see there's some mud on there. Here, there's some mud on here. A lot of it's sawdust, but it does start to stick to it once it's been on the ground a while, and then you get that big clump on there, and I don't want that. So I got to get it off the ground and in the bin. There we go. I think I'm going to quit there because it's not all going to fit anyway. I'll have to do another scoop, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought there'd be more mud stuck to it. But it's just a little bit. If you look here, you can see this is a bad one. All this is sawdust. It's on there for the most part, which will dry off and go away. But you really don't want to leave it sit on the ground any longer than you have to. I mean, if I'd have been a smart person, which sometimes I am, but most of the time I'm not, what I should have done is had the tractor with the bucket over here. When I split it, thrown it right into the bucket and put it in the bin. But I'm a little slow. Okay, let's go dump it. Oak Mountain grows. The pile is starting to look very pretty. So a couple times I didn't record it, but I stopped before I dumped in a bucket because I was almost out of room, and I just threw a whole bunch up to the top. That's how it's getting so high, because it's, I don't know, it's got to be 10 feet high up there now at least. So yeah, I've been pulling stuff from the edge and chucking it up there. I just hop right up in the bin, pull it up, because now we're getting tight with space. I might be able to get 2 more buckets in there, it looks like. I'll show you what's left. And I think if I move some stuff up, kind of chuck it around in a couple spots, open it up, because I can only reach so high with the bucket to dump it, because with the curl, with the length of the bucket, I can't really get down inside of it, but up high. So I can't quite get stuff into the middle. So this is all that's left. Looks like, if I was to guess, 3 buckets full, maybe, ish, something like that. I'd like to finish it right now, but I got to go to a meeting. So that's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Come on back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Right now, you're going to go watch all the other videos. There's a lot of them, like 1,580, I think I'm up to. Almost, no, 1,480, almost 1,500. That's what it is. So we're going to get this done probably tomorrow. Come on back. Good night, Irene.